So last week I got this sponsorship offer from one of those essay writing services. Now you guys know I'm already really selective about my sponsorships. And it's not that I have something against sponsorships, it's just that I want to keep my channel pure because, you know, I'm not a sellout, that's all it is. And also my wife's a teacher and would kill me if I was sponsored by a homework cheating website. And overall, it's pretty pathetic that people actually pay just to not have to write even short essays. Like, who would be so lazy that they're gonna spend like ridiculous amounts of money just so they don't have to do their work to improve themselves? All right, enough of that little side story. It's time to go on to the video. Except I don't really have anything that interesting to make a video on. Screw it, I got nothing. Forget everything I said. These guys are gonna make this video for me. I'm gonna pretend like I have an assignment for some reason in some class to write a Rocket League speech. The only thing is I need to present this in a way that it's like a school assignment, so this person actually writes this for me. Something like this. So this will be my fake assignment that I'll submit to them and see what they can come up with. The world of video games and esports is growing quickly, and Rocket League is a video game that appears to have potential as a bestseller both in casual gaming markets and as a competitive esport. This is all complete bullshit, I have no idea what I'm talking about. For this assignment, write a 3-page paper on why you think Rocket League has a lot of potential for growth, as well as the challenges it faces in the coming years. Remember to include the factors for online game growth we covered in class: content creators, esports scene, developer interaction with player base, and incentive for long-term viability. And as always, bonus points for humor. I'm really trying to help this person out here, as you can see. So I submitted that assignment, and a writer was assigned to me, and they turned in their homework. So today I'm taking a little break, and we'll see what these guys can come up with. So I hope you enjoyed this very informative speech on Rocket League. Respected teachers and dear classmates, here my duty is to expose the reasons behind my thought that Rocket League has a lot of potential for growth, as well as the challenges it faces in the coming years. Allow me to put forth my argument that the potential for Rocket League to grow is high, but there are some challenges also to be dealt with. Let me come to point. The current growth of Rocket League, RL, is primarily indebted to the content creators who work with the company using YouTube and Twitch. To be specific, it is essential for video games to provide the players with innovative updates. For instance, the content creators get in constant touch with the players and fanbase and collect their opinions. In this way, they prepare innovative content for the next level updated version of the game. If not, it is difficult to identify the difficulties faced by the gamers. Similar to this fact, the content creators make use of Twitch as a common web platform for RL by broadcasting live games. This is most helpful for the gamers and fan base.
Any tips? Suck dick less, I guess? I don't know.
Because it helps them to be in touch with the content creators in general. Esports scene. Within the esports scene, RL is far ahead of other video games because it conducts a number of online gaming tournaments and esports organizations related to gaming. For example, the success of Rocket League Championship Series, RLCS, a collaborative online gaming event between RL and Twitch authorities, is enough to prove the popularity of RL. Now, the 4th season of this online gaming version of RL has become among the greatest successes in the virtual world by adding more viewership and fan base in general. Besides, more and more online gaming organizations are forming their own teams to compete in the future tournaments organized by RL. One can see that esports events and related online/offline tournaments and its live streaming help video games to be more popular in the virtual and real worlds of gaming. Besides, mainstream media partners like ESPN are showing interest in conducting tournaments for RL, and this proves how the media is considering online video gaming as an option to sustain popularity among the viewers. The developer group of RL is totally under the Psyonix authorities, and they show great interest in linking the video game developers by allowing them to interact with the player base. For instance, players can communicate with the Psyonix authorities through general discussions in the form of suggestions and grievances.
The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances.
The online and offline support team are ever ready to be in touch with the player base because they know that the player base is the backbone of the popularity gained by RL in general in the arena of gaming. To be specific, the official announcements and important news related to new tournaments, latest updates, etc. are announced on the official site, and it helps the player base to get updated on their favorite game. Besides, the technical team is ever ready to solve the technical issues reported by the gamers, so it is evident that the developer group, especially their online and offline support team, makes sure the smooth functioning of developer interaction with the player base. From a different angle of view, RL promotes long-term player base by providing the gamers with incentives for long-term viability. One can see that retaining long-term player base determines the popularity and success of any video game because it is extremely difficult for new game developers to create and maintain player base. For instance, the cross-platform play between PCs and gaming consoles, introduced by Psyonix with RL, was an innovative step to allow the player base and fan base to grow. Still, the Psyonix knows that free incentives cannot promote long-term player base, so they reduced incentives to allow the players to depend upon their own skills to go forward to the next levels of the game. One can see that having two incentives can distract hardcore gamers because they believe in personal skill. Still, with growth, RL faces many challenges in the form of server issues and challenge from other online game developers. Maybe, due to high traffic, some players face difficulty while trying to connect RL on their PCs and gaming consoles.
Oh my god! Talk about straight through my fucking car!
In the long run, this sort of technical errors and server issues can reduce popularity of RL because online gaming is a booming business and other developers with business interests can utilize the situation. Besides, it is difficult for any online gaming developer company to sustain monopoly over the player base for a long time because even minute error and delay can distract the gamers from a specific game and choose other games. In the current situation, RL shows growth in every aspect of gaming, but it is important for them to keep an eye on the possibility of challenges in the future. Before winding up this speech, I would like to point out that futuristic attitude and the urge to go beyond limits can help RL to sustain its current status in the world of online and offline gaming. Any questions? Nailed it, A+.